Goodbye, everybody. It's time to go. Don't leave your worries behind. Mama, ooh, I don't want to die. I don't want to leave this world at all. Mama, ooh, Mama, you know I love you. Mama. What y'all know about Queen? Hey, what's up, Eric? What you doing, man? You must be off of work. Y'all know what y'all know about Mama from Queen, the iconic rock band Queen, and then you had Boys to Men, Mama. Well, that goes into my topic. You know, tomorrow I'm gonna make about 4 videos I need to catch up on to give y'all my thoughts about certain things. But today, before my other client comes in, I'm gonna do this quick one. Oh yeah, by the way, it's your man RicotheOpinionist, just sharing thoughts. You know how I do. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. This YouTube channel. We're growing. Slowly but surely, we're growing, trying to get to that 1,500. I'm right up on the heels of 300, so I think I have like 296 people. Thank you for those of you who've already subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. When I hit the 300 milestone, I'm going to go live and we're going to talk on my YouTube channel, just any topic you want to talk about. So that could be the next day or next 3 days or the next week. So, but there's a young man on TikTok who said, I don't want to take care of my mama. I'm assuming when he, becomes successful. He said he don't want to take care of his mother. But he also said family members and other family members, right? Tino, what's good? Congratulations again on your win. You hear me? And that's caused by him saying that he doesn't want to take care of his mother. That's created some form of backlash on a young brother. You can find this on TikTok or Instagram. I think a lot of TikTok videos get reposted on Instagram, so I think it originated on TikTok. He says, I don't want to take care of my mom. You can't say that in the black community. Because you know how black males have been groomed and socialized and hypnotized. Mamas, they walk on water. I don't care what your mama say. I don't care everything she's ever done to you, they're still your mama. But they never say, I don't care what, that's still your daddy. I don't care what he's ever done or said to you, that's still your daddy. And that's the weirdest shit, but I'm only in the black community. Now, I've watched movies and stuff where, Italian folks and Asian people, they revere their parents and all that, but it's something different. It's past cultural with black folks. It's like black males are almost like promised or threatened if they don't worship their mothers, God is going to get them. Or I've heard some mamas say that, well, if you don't treat your mama right, you ain't gonna never have good luck. Only black mamas say that kind of foolishness. We know that's not true. But it comes down to when for the past 50 years, black women have been in charge and control of the children. And yes, black males, they believe they believe that they own every aspect of black males' existence. And black daughters too, but there was a black male that said, he said something that a lot of people were probably thinking. Now let me do this disclaimer before I go further. And I can speak to my brother. We'll always take care of our mom. Always. I always help my mom. She needs something. And the more I get, the more she's going to get. That's just how it is. And I'm not under any hypnosis, all that. And I wasn't born rich, raised up rich or any of that. Poor. But one thing I wasn't robbed of in my upbringing was dignity and self-respect. So I never sold drugs. I never wanted to cause harm to my race because I was poor, and all of that stuff. So, and also what makes my mom special, probably like a lot of other moms, being a single mom and stuff, she didn't think that my brother and I owed her anything. And I think that's what he's talking about. My mother never hinted or suggested or bullied my brother and me out of money just because she was our mother. She never did that. Matter of fact, we have to do more. We did more giving to her than she would ever ask or even expect. Yeah. So, it's not me who's talking, y'all. But he don't like his mama. He ain't gonna know. The more I get, the more my mom's gonna get. That's why I try to work to get more. Because she gave a lot more to me and my brother than material things. And then just like, any mom, or just like, a mom could do, in that clutch, she came through in the clutch. But it's not about my mom. It's about what this brother's talking about. He's talking about a specific group of mothers. I know what he's talking about. Y'all know y'all got them mamas as soon as you made your little money, at 10 years old, throwing papers, or you outside the house, or you cut yards, or you got to be a teenager and work in a restaurant, and your mama had her hand out. Hell, the first one, like, it made you feel guilty. You make $100, she wants 40 of that. Oh yeah, that's the mammies he's talking about. And then families, who, children grow up poor, they have to get out and hustle, but still somehow they feel obligated. And let me shout out to Tommy Sotomayor on one of the godfathers of, we called the Black Male Spaces on YouTube. He always talked about how, if you notice these black athletes who grow up in poverty because their mothers act like they didn't know what birth control was. So these black boys had to grow up in criminal areas and gangs and drugs and police brutality and violence to make it through. And so when they got older, the first thing they said, I want to thank my mom. And one for you, mom, I wouldn't be here. And the first thing, all these, be it basketball or football mainly, the first thing these black boys say, I'm going to buy my mama a house. And Tommy would always say, you ever hear a white basketball player or a white football player get in a press conference once they get signed to say, I'm going to, what's that? And so, you never hear them say, I'm going to buy my mama a house. Because those white mamas, a lot of them had husbands. And that's a huge problem, what that young man is talking about. A lot of black mamas don't have husbands. So they lean on their sons to be the breadwinner or the way maker, hallelujah. And that's not what children are for. Because I keep saying we act as if we don't understand. Children cannot pick their parents. So therefore, if you decide to make a choice to get pregnant, at least get pregnant by a man with some money or a man who wants to be there. Number two, at least work your ass off to make sure that child or those children don't have to live in no poverty, live in no messed up neighborhood, or go to broken schools, or be around drug dealers, or be around violence and possible sexual assault and all of this mess, if you're going to bring a child here without their permission. Because that's essentially what's being done. When women decide to get pregnant and they don't do it the right way, well, you're setting that child up for a disastrous life, at least growing up. And then have the nerve to try to guilt that boy or that daughter into taking care of you. Children are not your goddamn insurance policy. Children do not owe you. Parents, black mamas, they do not owe you because you made a choice to have them. Do you think if children The unborn children would pick their parents. A lot of you will never become parents. But I don't think an unborn child would pick a broke-ass parent, a parent that's a gang member, a parent that's a prostitute, a parent that's in and out of jail, a parent or a mother and father, potential mother and father, who are in in a domestic violence relationship. You think a baby will pick somebody? Yeah, there's a couple I want to be born to. They fight every weekend. So, what that young man was talking about, I want to take care of my mother. I understand what he's talking about. It's a lot of black children have the misfortune of being born to dumbasses and assholes and drug addicts and stupid people. But then somebody around them, well, you know, that's still your mama. And I don't think that's fair at all. So I get what he's saying also. You know, if you watch his video, he said, hey, teach him how to fish. Don't give him anything, teach him how to fish. And he shouldn't be attacked for speaking the truth. It's time out. Only in the black community, it appears. I'm sure other people do that too. It appears that the heavy weight, the heavy burden is put on black children to ensure a future for the parents. So that's why if y'all ask, well, Rico, how come you so hard on single motherhood? Well, that's something that we don't address. Single motherhood is what contributes to a lot of the heartache in black children, a lot of the suffering that black children go through. So Rico, what about the dads? What about the men? Well, you know, everybody has to be chosen. So he can't get no punani without permission. Y'all know that, right? So don't ask me about no dads. Because obviously she didn't kill. But he was saying that, you know, it's time out for that. Basically what he's saying, it's time out. Time out for grown people to be more strategic when they decide to have children, and for the mamas to be more strategic in who they choose to get pregnant by. But I think I can speak for black children. They're tired of being born poor. They're tired of being raised in mean-ass, raggedy neighborhoods. They're sick of it. And those of us who are grown need to start speaking up more for children. And don't attack them because they don't want to go through that old training that somehow when they grew up, they owe a great debt to their parents. You don't owe you shit. You don't owe them anything. You owe the kid. Because again, the kids cannot pick their parents. The unborn can't pick. So, shout out to that young brother. Now, make sure, I hope I haven't left anything out. And if you go find this video on TikTok, if I find it, I'll try to put it on this page. I've been saying it on other people's pages. They'll let the video play out. So, I understand what he's talking about. But luckily, I was born to a single mother. But luckily, she wasn't that kind of mom. She didn't expect her children. She didn't expect her children when we grew up to take care of her. She never hinted at it. She never intimated. She never tried to groom us. I think about my mom. Again, my mom pushed my brother and me and pushed us out to become entrepreneurs. You know, we didn't have everything, but she said, okay, in so many words, here, go out there and get it. So I know when I was about 10 years old, 10, 11, my brother's already doing it. He was selling candy. And then I saw him coming home with like 20 bucks. Now this is in the 80s, late 70s and the very early 80s. I saw him coming home with like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. There was a lot for kids in junior high school. Shout out to Cypress Junior High School, by the way. And so I'm like, I want to go too. So the guy who was selling candy came and asked my mom if I can go. And I turned 10 or 11. So I started going. At first I threw newspapers. That wasn't much. And then I started selling candy. Then I started having a little money. And I was able to buy my own school clothes. You know, my mom was still buying them, but, you know, you can only tell her, I don't want those pants. I don't want those shoes. So she noticed when we started making enough money where we can buy our own clothes, she said, hey, well, go buy the clothes that you want. And we did. No problem. And at Christmas, we even told her, you don't have to get us anything. That's what me and my brother did. You ain't have to get us anything for Christmas anymore because we can buy it ourselves. And so we're buying her Christmas presents. And that's the kind of mom, if you're going to have one, should do like that. You know, as well as teach you money management and, you know. But, you know, you have a lot of those moms and grandma that as soon as you get, there were some guys that went with us, whose mom, as soon as they get off the candy truck or whatever, for making their little $25, $30, she got her $15 to $17 of it. Like he went out and worked for her. And then they start telling those kids, well, how you think these lights get paid? Who you think put the food on the table? Where your man at, ma'am? How you gonna put that on? You supposed to provide lights, food, clothing, shelter for dependents. But, you know, in our community, you know, unless there's an agreement that we all pitch in and all of that, but why the hell you gonna have children if you need children to pitch in, you lazy bum? Hell. It's horrible how black kids gotta grow up. And you 15 years old, you 19 years old, you're a student in college, you're in high school and college, you think it's a good idea to get pregnant in college. Get out of here. No money. But then, you get pregnant poor with the first one. I ain't gonna have no abortion because I don't believe in abortion. I honestly don't believe in birth control either, heifer. So, because you want to get that societal pat on the back. Or you don't want nobody looking at you crazy because you decided to have an abortion and don't get rid of a baby you could not afford. So you bring your child here. You don't stop right there. You have 2 and 3 and 4 more. And so all the kids got to grow up poor. And that's the stuff I'm talking about. You know. And that has to stop in the black community. We're going to have to start calling this mess out. If you can't afford it, abort it, damn it. That's my t-shirt I wear sometimes. You know, birth control is not a cuss word, young black females. And black females in your 30s. It's not a cuss word. You got 25 options. Use them. And again, you know, when you hear these white athletes, when they get drafted, they don't never say, I'm buying my mama a house. They never say that. Always these little black athletes, and all of the little signing, when they get, when they're, you know, sitting at the draft, be it basketball or football, number the mama, grandma, auntie. Now, you may see a father there. There's some fathers there here and there. Him and the mom are together. They grew up in a middle-class upbringing, so that's pretty cool. But the majority of those boys, they'll be with their mamas and their sisters and their aunties. They all wait for him to get that signing bonus of $150,000 to probably $300,000 so they can get their new life started off of him. And it's it's insane. But we're going to get it one day. So go ahead and find that video when the brother says, I'm not going to take care of my mama. And I'm okay with that, what he said, because I grew up with guys and young ladies and girls who mamas thought that they went to work for them. And I know a lot of y'all that's listening to this video, y'all got the same story, but you ain't think nobody's going to say it out loud. These young people, these millennials today, they cut a little differently. Yeah, they're a little off sometimes. They're a little spoiled and entitled and all that. But one thing about it, in all aspects, they're very honest. And they ain't having that mess. So, but anyway, it's your man Rico, the Opinionist. Y'all go to my, go to this Facebook page. There's a description box right up under this title, as well as the description box of my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist. I have my book in there. Check it out. It's only $10. PDF format. You can get it emailed to you. All you got to do when you hit me on the Cash App, $, Rico the Opinionist. Hit me with the $10. please send me an email address so I can email it right to you. But until then, I hope the sun didn't block me out like that. Let's say, there I am. Y'all be cool. We'll talk to y'all in the future. Peace.